Hello, YouTube fans and Facebook fans of DX Engineering. It's Tuesday afternoon here in the East Coast of the USA. It's time for Tuesdays with Tim and Jeff. I'm Tim K3LR, and along with me today is Jeff KB8ZWT. And Jeff, are you busy on the phones? What's going on, man?
We have been busy on the phones, people calling in, asking for some power supply questions and gift questions. And I personally know a lot of people are getting certain items. I know that for a fact.
That's cool. I know Corey W3CDG, his wife made him wrap up his IC705. And he has had to look at that wrapped present underneath the tree now for 2 weeks, and he's still got a little bit to go.
Yep. Yeah, there's been some wives calling and saying, "Hey, what can I get my husband?"
Yeah. Or if you're like Dino and Toby, it could be Dino saying, "What do I get my wife?"
Yeah, absolutely.
Or if you're like Val and Jerry.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Jerry's probably trying to figure out what it is that Val doesn't have.
Yeah, exactly.
I talked to Jerry last night on 40 meters. They're doing good out there.
Good.
So let's talk about power supplies. Every shack has got to have at least one power supply.
Right.
And so, we handle a couple of different manufacturers at DX Engineering. We handle Astron and Samlex and MFJ and Alinco. We even have some ICOM power supplies. Here's one that I use on my 2-meter radio.
Oh, yeah.
This is the Astron SS30M. And so this is a switching power supply. Remember we talked about switchers versus linear power supplies?
Yep. About a month or so ago.
Yeah, and the switching power supply is lighter. It's more compact, but it can be noisy. This one is not. This one has a lot of RFI filtering in it, and it's got real nice connections on the back. You can see the red and the black for 13.8 volts out, and so there's a fan to keep it cool. If it gets hot, you can hear the fan come on. And I use this on an ICOM ID5100. Now, so the deal is that it's SS, which is a switching, and the 30 is the 30 amp peak output capability.
Right.
And the M means it has meters. So there is a voltmeter and an ammeter on here.
Yep.
And when I turn this on, the voltmeter goes to almost 14 volts.
Right.
So the industry standard is about 13.8.
Right.
So that's right. Now, if I don't have anything hooked to it, there's nothing on the ammeter. Nothing at all. But when I turn on a receiver draws about an amp. So you'll see the meter just move up slightly.
Right.
And of course, if I have an IC7300 or an FT991, 100-watt radios, most of the time it'll draw about 20 amps when you transmit.
Okay.
So when you transmit, because the transmitters, the final amplifiers, are not 100% efficient. So it probably takes 175 watts in or 180 watts in input power in the radio to get that 100 watts output power. So that's the story on that. And linear power supplies are very quiet. They're heavier. They sometimes cost more because there's iron. There's a bigger transformer in there, but they don't make any noise. And throughout, in fact, you can see back here, there's 2 Astron power supplies stacked up. There's 2 more over there. There might be 50 power supplies in here. This Astron is the only switching one, and it's only used when I'm on 2 meters on D-Star or on the local repeater, so it's off most of the time. But like I said, those linear power supplies are great. They don't fail. They're all Astrons. Most of them are small. I run the antenna switches and the computers. The computers here at K3LR are the Intel NUCs, and they need 13.8 volts, so it's really good.
Right.
So were you able to take care of the customer who had the power supply question?
Yeah, I think he's got one of the meters on his power supply has probably gone bad, is what we're thinking, and I think he realizes it's time for a new one anyhow. So he was gonna read up on the linear and the switching. I'm sure he's watching. I think he's one of our watchers. So
great. So we have Sandy DL1QQ is on from Germany, and Tim is tuned in. That's good. And Whiskey 8 Victor India Papa from Detroit. And Dino, any update on the IC52? Guys are bugging me for an answer. What's the latest there, Jeff? I just saw a bulletin this morning.
My understanding is there has been a delay on those. Not sure exactly what the delay is, but they have been delayed just a little bit.
Yeah. Are we thinking the end of this month? Are we thinking January? What do we know?
The email blast didn't say anything, but it has been a little bit of a delay. So we're not sure yet. Maybe Melanie, if she's listening, she might know more.
Yeah, maybe Melanie will put something in the chat room there. And Papa Uniform 2, Uniform Charlie Bravo, and Echo India 2, Juliet Delta, and IZ2, Sugar November Yankee. And let's see, K4 Yankee Juliet from Southern Ohio. And Tim says he has an old Samlex, works great for years now. Yeah, you know, those Samlexes are very compact, very nice.
They are.
And again, the switcher has a lot of RFI filtering in it, and it is very quiet. So it's you really, some of the switchers are not quiet, so you have to be careful. And we have Oscar Zulu 1 Delta Whiskey X-Ray is in here as well, and Kilo Golf 5 Juliet Papa United, and the tall guy K3STL out of Pittsburgh. And Dino said, sorry, it's the ID 52A. Yeah, Dino, we're going to try to get you some more information. And Jeff, if Melanie doesn't come on, would you make sure to follow up with Dino?
Yeah, absolutely.
Victor Kilo 2 India Zulu, and India Kilo 0 Sierra X-Ray United from Italy. And hello, John. Glad you made a live show. And Tim has a question for us. I need to send an older man a complete 50-foot of RG213 with PL259s attached. He's too old to solder. Do you have a brand of cable with good quality connectors? We do.
Yep.
I would suggest the RG213 from DX Engineering, and we have them already prepared with PL259s on both sides and 50-foot long. That is a stock item. Yep. So Tim, you can go right to the website, search RG213 pre-cut with connectors on it, and you will be good to go. That's an off-the-shelf item for us.
Yes.
And let's see, we've got a few more here. Victor Echo 2 Hotel Echo Whiskey in Montreal, and K4 Kilo Zulu likes your fire, Jeff. And Joe, K0NEB has an RS35M, so that's the linear power supply, and the Samlex SEC1235M. So both of those power supplies have meters, and both are 35 amp peak. And Daniel, K3 Tango Echo Fox, says he just got his delivery from DX Engineering today. It's a brand new LDG tuner. And we have WD8 November, Victor November. And it says, Tim, I have an Astron RS35 power supply, around 2 years old, blows fuses as soon as you turn it on. What usually goes bad? That's Jim NX8T. Jim, it could be a number of things. It could be that the bypass capacitor across the output is shorted. It could be a bad regulator. Could be a bad pass transistor. Could be a bad transformer. So you really need to send it back to Astron for service.
Right.
That would be my suggestion. And see, Gil was also wondering about the ID52A K4JST, and Steve says so many hams have this problem, just not enough amps to run their radios and so on.
Yeah.
If you ever have erratic radio operation where things just don't make sense, a lot of times it's the power supply, either low voltage or, as Steve points out, the power supply is not capable of delivering all the current needed by the device. And Alpha Echo 4 Oscar Yankee, William is on. And hello, Mike, KE3JP. Mike runs a bunch of repeaters here in Mercer County and has a great multi-receiver site system. And John says he's got the Samlex 1235M and the Alinco DM430 and PowerWorks in use here at Kilo Mike 8 Victor. And so you can go to his power supply area on his website at kilomike8victor.com. And we got AB0 Tango X-Ray. And let's see, Dino says, for Tim's question, Astron Linear almost always use an LM723 regulator to control the pass transistors. They do fail, but easy to fix.
Yeah.
If you're good with a soldering iron, you can get that 723 out of there. Sometimes that's what has gone wrong. And Anthony says, need to make sure the voltage under load stays at 13.8 volts. It will often sag well below that on long cables and small AWG, which is small wire.
Right.
That's true. You know, when you're transmitting and drawing 20 amps, if you've got really small wire, it starts out at 13.8 volts at the power supply, but by the time it gets into the radio, it could be 10 or 11 volts.
Absolutely. Yep.
So you have to, you know, you want to use the shortest cable possible and the right size cable for the job so that you don't have a voltage drop. That's a very good point, Anthony. And so lots of power supply horror stories.
Yep.
What do you suggest for gifts, Jeff?
Well, one of the things I've been suggesting is the gift cards. If you're not sure what the, there you go. We can get that to you real quick. Make it out to any amount up to, I believe it was $500.
Yep.
And that makes a perfect gift. That seems to be the biggest, hottest thing right now. The other thing is books, antenna books, bonding and grounding books, all kinds of books. Those make good gifts. There you go. And so that's what a lot of people are getting out there.
Yeah, this book just was released not too long ago, and it's written by Doug Grant, K1DG, who is a great contest operator for years. And in fact, Doug operates here at K3LR from time to time. And this shot is a Violetta, and her call at that time was KM4ATT. And these are two members of Team Exuberance that were here about almost a year and a half ago during the WPX contest. So really nice picture, but a great book and a great gift idea. What do you think of calendars, Jeff? What do you think of calendars?
I love calendars. Those are great too. The ARL calendar, CQ calendar, yes.
Yeah,
a lot of information in them.
Here we have Delta Mike 9 Echo Echo and his family, his kids in the shack. And really, I love the CQ calendar, and I also like the new ARL calendar is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, here's the new ARL calendar. So really, really cool stuff. And you know, you always want to have a ham calendar in the ham shack.
Absolutely, yep.
Right? So yeah, that's really cool stuff. Hey, Jeff, how about this? How about this?
There you go. Coffee mug, yes.
The DX Engineering heavy duty coffee mug. I mean, this one it can hold a lot of coffee, which is great for those those long winter nights of DX.
Absolutely.
You know that, and as N2NC, who is a great friend of mine, says, everything tastes better in a DX Engineering mug.
Absolutely. Hey, I agree with that.
Let's see. We've got Kilo Juliet 6 Delta Quebec on from San Antonio. And Roll is still studying. He doesn't have his license yet. He's in the Netherlands. And of course, Aaron says great mug. So we got some good fans there. Hey, the 10-meter contest was last weekend.
Yes.
And did you have a chance to get on, Jeff?
No, I didn't participate, but I did listen a little bit during the day when I was working. It was pretty busy out there. Actually,
I was surprised. There was some solar flux.
Yep.
So 10 meters is definitely on its way back. Phil K3UA came up and operated for a while on Sunday, and he worked about 7 hours and worked over 700 QSOs all on CW.
That's good.
There were 50 or 60 Europeans in there. So,
yeah.
You know, hey, that's, well, after this, you know, sunspot minimum, we will take that.
Oh, yeah.
Jamie Lee says she likes the calendar and she needs a mug too. So, and hopefully everything's going well out there. And we've got Gary W6 Gulf Foxtrot on from Union City, California. And Jim says lots of trans-equatorial propagation was on 10 meters. Yeah, a lot of north-south stuff.
Yes.
The band was really open well to South America from here. And Bill says, do you have a 6-meter mobile amplifier, say at 350 watts? I don't think at 350 watts. That's it's a little bit above what we have.
Yeah.
But you can just go to the website and put in the search box 6-meter amplifier. And that should show you everything that we have. And let's see, pro tip, United States Postal Service is really slow now. If you're ordering from DXE, ask them to ship the orders UPS. Orders arrive next day. USPS took 2 weeks from Talmadge to Cleveland. You know, all of the carriers are struggling. They just are.
Yeah.
You know, if you want something for Christmas, you better order it today.
Absolutely. Yep.
Because they are just overloaded. And, you know, it depends, John, where you are and what is going on with either the Postal Service or with UPS or FedEx. It's, you know, and just because you got it in 2 days this time doesn't mean you're going to get it in 2 days at the end of this week. They're just so overloaded. They've hired a bunch of new people. And so if you want something for Christmas, just make sure you order it by today.
Yeah, today.
Hate to have people say, oh, I didn't get it in time, you know.
Yeah. And
Dwight says his power supply is still cooling down from the contest. You know it's good when you got, you know, you go up there and you put your hand on the power supply and it's it's nice and warm.
Good way to keep the coffee in the DX mug warmed up.
You got it. And Paolo is on from Italy, India Kilo 2 Quebec Papa Radio, and our friend Ray Novak, N9JA is on, and Ray, good to see you. And Bill says, send me a coffee cup. Well, get on the website, man. Dial it up. Get on the website and get this. This mug is just fabulous.
And they're rugged too. You can drop those and they bounce. They don't break.
Yep. And our good friend Jimmy Cessna is on, Kilo Bravo 8 November. He's Stroke Mobile. And see, Dino says that UPS got his new Geocron to Virginia in 2 days, and it looks great, by the way. And boy, that's a great present too, Jeff.
That is, yeah.
I think the Geocron would go good in the ZWT shack.
Yeah, I need some more wall stuff.
And W9 Kilo is on with us as well, Cliff. Cliff, you have a last name in common with another friend of mine, Frank, W3LPL. another Irish guy. So there you go. Well, Jeff, I think next week we're going to give you
I'm off.
a deserved time off.
Yes.
And next Tuesday, we will have on members of the Dayton Amateur Radio Association responsible for hamvention. And we will also have Mark on from Huntsville. And we'll have the guys on from Hamcation in Orlando. So it'll be a busy screen next week. And we're going to be talking about the 3 largest amateur radio gatherings in the United States and what the impact of the virus has been on them and what they see going into 2021 and 2022. So that will be exciting on Tuesday. And of course, we have the manufacturer showcase. It'll be on this Thursday and next Thursday. And then we will have the weekend special be on Friday this week. And I have a very special guest. Trust me, you don't want to miss this Friday. It's very exciting. It is a Christmas week before, very special weekend special, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday. Yes. And of course, we will not be on Christmas Day for the weekend special. So I'm going to give myself the day off, Jeff. What do you think?
There you go. You'll still be in that shack, I'm sure.
I never leave the shack. Man.
I know.
This is where it is. So, hey, Merry Christmas to you, Jeff.
Merry
Get back
Christmas.
on the phones, help our customers.
Yep.
I know the team has just been running flat out. We've been so busy. And thanks to all of you that are customers of DX Engineering. And if you're not a customer, try us.
Yes.
We will do our level-headed best to give you everything that you want for amateur radio. Good advice, shipping fast, and great products. So 73 and Merry Christmas, Jeff.
73, Merry Christmas.
And 73 from DX Engineering. We'll see you on Thursday for the Manufacturers Showcase.